recording. And with that, we can start streaming. Boop. Okie dokie then. Now I just gotta make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. On top of sending this over to my friends who want to know if I'm live or not. Copy. Paste. We are live! Explanation mark. Whoops. Ah, blah. No. Ah, God, don't open a new tab. Ah. We're live. Live right now. Wait, God, why am I using yeah, why am I using the hammer thing? Whoops. Okay. And then paste live are now. And okie dokie. Kirito just like me for real. Okay, hold on one second. I just got to make sure the audio is working, so I'm going to look at my cell phone here to make sure it's working so that the music isn't overriding my voice or whatever. So if I go over to my channel, sorry, make sure it's not overlapping my voice. Okay, yeah, so that sounds fine. The music's not going all the way over. Okay, then. With that, hello everybody, my name is Quint866, and welcome back to Quint Let's Play Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet New Game Plus Part 4. Oh my god, I'm never going to get used to saying that over and over, but whatever. So, I believe last time we were here, we finished all of the gathering parts for our Arphasis unit part of the story. Which means the SBC Glocken has opened up, which I believe include completion in that sentence. Oh no! Oh no! There's gonna be more of that! Ah, shit! Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, since I have now unlocked the SBC Flugel, that does mean that we can actually move over to the DLC. Because like I said, I'm doing this in chronological order. And the first 3 DLC packs, which I'll refer to as the Imposter Invasion arc. It's kind of funny. This game is sort of divided into arcs. There's the Gathering the Parts for your Arphasis unit, which is like the first arc. The Imposter Invasion, which is the second part. The SBC Flugel Quest itself, which is the majority of the game in part 3. The Death Gun Incident. And then there's like the White Frontier where you're doing stuff in the Snow Road. And then finally the Mask of the Abyss. So there's different arcs to this game, so to speak. But yeah. Anyway, select data and start game. Okay, yeah, so I'm right here. Ambush of the Imposter. So this is where, this part is supposed to take place before you enter the SBC Flugel. Sadly, though, you can't really play it in chronological order, unless you're on New Game Plus like me, because the stats of the enemies are made with endgame in mind. So, yeah. I'm just going to talk to my Arphasis unit here to make sure everything is fine and dandy. Oh. Okay. Okay, I think it triggers once you head out to the streets, I believe. Let's see, I think it triggers when you head out to the streets, I think. Yeah, because I'm trying to do this in chronological order, even though, like, the game doesn't present it in chronological order. It's a lot like, actually, Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, where they put it in unchronological order, but, the game is actually meant to be, yeah, it's like, again, yeah, it's a lot like Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, where the game's cases are given to you out of order, and you can't really play them chronologically. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but I know it makes the story a little non-linear. It's a lot like Aincrad, but not nearly as outrageous in my opinion. I will say though that this story, okay, I got to get used to the controls again because I'm used to playing Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, so it's R. Got it. Yeah, just getting used to things here again. Shit, I've been playing too much Monster Hunter Rise, so I'm too used to the controls there. Okay, so I'm just going to shield the concealed Genbu a whole bunch while we're at it. Probably should be using my shotguns now that I think about it. My twin optical shotguns, which are really good. I mean, like, really good, bro. Way better than they have any right to. Also, this monster actually was, I know I said it before in my other streams, but this monster actually was in anime. Although very briefly. I think it was in, like, episode 2 of Phantom Bullet. Sorry, God. I don't know why they didn't call it something just a little more different. Whatever. Anyways. Ah, dang it, I missed. Human Fortress. Power Form. Viral Shot. And pew, 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 pew. Literally not even enough damage to make a dent in me because I have Human Fortress, and because Human Fortress is broken, I literally don't have to worry about any of it. Although he can knock me back when Human Fortress is deactivated. Noted. Thankfully I have Healing Fueled Bullet, which means I'm not going to be dying anytime soon. Switch back over to my my submachine guns here. Reattach Human Fortress. Good. Activated just in time to tank that. Healing fueled myself. There we go. Power field. If I can get the stun, maybe? Not quite. Shotguns here. Viral shot 2. Pew, 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 pew. It's got to trigger at some point. I know it has to trigger at some point. It's probably because it still thinks I'm in the main quest and I'm doing this, but, well, I'm not, because I'm doing this in chronological order. Thank you. I'll take that. Okie dokie. Now I can grab all these chests here. Boop. Boop. And I can head back to my house, and hopefully it will trigger now. So back to the SBC Glocken Urban District. Actually, I'll do it inside my home first, and then head out to the Urban District and see if it'll trigger then. This game is a little weird with it triggering certain events. I don't know if they're going to force me to... Because here's the thing, they might... Oh, God, I didn't think about that. They might force me to do the story in order to, like... Okay, hold on. Well, first we'll talk with our Arphasis unit. Well, my Arphasis unit. And again, I am literally just skipping through all of this text because it's all just for the review. So I'm sorry if this is going a little fast, but I'm sure you guys don't want to see me dub or, God forbid, like, watch all these cutscenes back to back. Okay, so now if I go back out, maybe it'll trigger now. Maybe. I'm really hoping so. Hopefully it'll trigger now. Really? Maybe I have to talk to someone in order to trigger it. That might be it, actually. It might be forcing me to talk to someone to trigger it. Nah, this isn't it. Alright, well, while this is going, might as well check my phone and see who's messaging me. Oh no, it's just my email saying your Twitch thing went live. Well, it's a little late for that. We've been streaming for like 10 minutes now, so it's a little late to give me the notification. Oh my god. Uh, yawn. Okay, how long is this cutscene gonna go on for? These really should not be going on for this long. Okay. Maybe, no, I don't think it was Klein that triggered it. What the hell? I know it had to have triggered somewhere. Not you. You don't trigger it. It's not Yuki. That's funny. I swear it was triggerable. Maybe, god damn it, maybe they want me to do the main story first, and if they do, that's gonna be... Or maybe I go to Kirito's room, maybe. Maybe, hold on. Look at my objectives, quest list, main quest. I think, okay, wait. It looks like they want me to at least get to the gate of the SBC Flugel. That, alright, well, okay, fine. Fine. If they want me to do that, then fine. I guess you would have to, like, get to the gate first, anyways. Whatever. Fine. Alright. Go to the SBC Flugel Gate and Forgotten Woods. Gotta make sure I look at the map first. Wait, map. Eh. Wait, it's not all the way over there. The SBC Flugel is up there. Why does it want me to go over there? Maybe there's like a key item I have to unlock it. That might be it. Alright, whatever. Pick that up. Alright. Run, 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 run. Or maybe, wait, actually, maybe because I'm in the DLC, I might have to go to my bed and rewind time. Because it already remembers I completed it from the first run. That might actually be it. That might be it, because I think it's directing me to the Lost Ruins where the thing takes place. Because, yeah, it's telling me to go to the SBC Flugel Gate, but, like, that's not the SBC Flugel Gate. The SBC Flugel is up there. This is directing me towards the Lost Ruins, which is where the quest I'm supposed to be doing for the imposters takes place. So maybe if I'm gonna take these things down first. The thing is, even though I'm over leveled and these guys are taking a bit longer to kill, they're still dropping more items because, you know, extreme mode, so it's gonna be worth killing them. And I'm inevitably going to have to get back more EXP because I was straggling even when playing this. Oh, you know what? I should really pay more attention to my health. Oh my god. I'm too lured into a false sense of security. Right. Forgotten Temple. Yeah, this is not where the... We'll move inside. Maybe if it triggers like a cutscene or something, I'll see. But like I know there's like a cutscene in the streets that happens before you go in here. So yeah, we'll hold the mayonnaise here just for a second. Okay, yeah. You know what? We're gonna back out of here for now. Yeah, so we're gonna go over to the SBC Flugel gate itself because yeah, I think I think I'll have to either rewind time from the bed because that's how you replay the DLC. They tell you can rewind time. It's not a direct mission replay since you have to do the whole thing all over again, but at least that way it would. Yeah, right. The real question I have though is, will I have to redo Kirito mode though? Kirito mode is like nothing that tough. It's just a couple matches and the fight with Death Gun. Problem is, hello, Felsier. Good to see ya. Felka, Felsa. I still don't know how to pronounce your name. Okay. Okay, heal myself up. There we go. A sniper. Okay, God, I'm doing very little damage. Although, to be fair, I'm trying to hit him at long distance with a shotgun. It's not exactly the smartest of moves, because shotguns are better where else? Up close. Like that, see? Still have allies around? Where are they? Oh god, they're up there. They're snipers, though, so I'm not too scared of that. Okay, wait. Oh, no, they're dead. Okay, we're good. Wait, I should probably put them Human Fortress first, just to make sure I don't get staggered by some of their attacks. Okay, shotgun, 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 shotgun. Yeah, this shotgun's really good, bro. I love this shotgun. Optical shotgun. Dual wielding means you can rapid fire them. Yeah, it's really good. Got him. I'll take that. Unappraised items. Okay, so let's go over to the gate of the SBC Flugel. Actually, wait. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get the fast travel point. I'm going to get the fast travel point, but I'm also going to, wait, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, I'll get the fast travel thing. Now I shall go back home. I can't fast travel right now. Probably because there's still enemies nearby. Shit. Okay. Are we good now? We'll go back home. We'll check the bed. And if it says I can rewind time, that will be what we know if that's the thing, yeah. I gotta get footage. That's literally the only reason I'm doing this live stream. A, to use my VTubing avatar, and B, to get footage for my reviews. If I go to my bed, examine. Do you want to replay from the beginning? Yes. Okay, so I just had to go to the bed and rewind time. Okay, good. Okay, so I mean, I guess it was good that I got a bit of a warm up there, anyways. Okay, I will say though, in my previous streams, I had commented on how the story for the early portions, even the middle portions, was not good. But I will give credit though. In this DLC and beyond, the story does pick up. It's nothing what I'd call mind blowing, even for SAO standards. Like, this is still one of the weaker SAO stories, but I do think overall it's not nearly like as badly written as, say, Aincrad, nor would I call it like as like redundant as the progressive movies, because they're just recaps. Like, I know they're trying to redo Aincrad and all that, but it's just too late for that. On top of that, it just fucks up the watch order, so pick your poison. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna just get a drink because my throat is a little sore. Cue the intermission screen. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about that. You know what I should really do? I should do what I'm doing right now and have a drink with me on the side of the desk so I don't have to use the intermission screen. I know you can't see me drinking because VTubing avatar, but whatever. Okay, anyways.
なあ、ちょっと聞きたいんだけど、マスターは俺から無夫婦な。よかった。マスターはいつも通り。それがさ。いやあ、アファシス。昨日は助かったよ。キリト。
あら、忘れちゃった。そうそう。無夫婦なお得情報なのですなんていきなり手を握って。
手強いエネミーだったけど、ありがとな。俺が？
あ、そういえば昨日の服はどこで手に入れたの？確かに見たことない色だったわ。
なあ。
でも昨日と。
本当に違うのか、アファシス。マサ、みんな聞いてくれ。最近みんなが君を見かけたとか、君から情報。本人に身に覚えがない。
そんな噂は聞いたことない。レイちゃんそっくりのタイプ X。 そういうのがいるかもしれないって話。マニアかどうかはわからないけど、タイプ X のもし私の知らないタイプ X がいるとしたら。セリスカさん、本当にアファシス好きですよね。
妙な噂？
アファシスがエネミーとしてフィールドに現れるらしいの。そんなイベント聞いてな。アファシスってサポート。設定から考えるとゆいちゃん、何か。はい、ママ。アファシスさんたちはもともと
フリューゲル。ああ、確かに。
はい。さらにフリューゲルとグロッケンは過去にですから、アファシスさんたちがエネミーとして何か。仮にアファシスさんたちのエネミーが登場するフ
リューゲル関連イベントの伏線。アファシスが敵でエネミーになるってことは。
大丈夫よ、レイちゃん。もうずーっと。
そっか。
宇宙に逃げていて SBC グロッケンと同じ頃に SBC フリューでせっかく地球に帰ってきたのに。
そんな設定。
フリューゲルは高いや。フリューゲルと共に
そうだったのか。
今私、つまりアファシスはもちだからこそ。公式サイトに。キリトくん、ちゃん私たちが見た
エネミーアファシスの話はまだこれを逃すではない。
早速ゲーマー。こうなったキリトくんは。
よし、二手に分かれよう。
私たち3人はさっきのじゃあ私たちは。私は新しい情報が。
よし。
新イベントか。レイちゃんにも関係するイベントみたいだ。セリスカさん。ああ、いえ、ごめんなさい。クレハちゃん、先に調査を進めててもらえる？もし人手が足りないようならいつき。そう？じゃあまた。
Yeah, so the setup here is apparently there was an imposter who looks just like our Arphasis unit who is giving people some information about a new dungeon. Not exactly the most riveting of starting points, but I will say it does get better as it goes on, for this arc anyways. Excuse me, sorry about that.
アファシス関連の新イベントか。僕を頼ってきてくれたことは嬉しい。そうだな。少し待っててくれ。
誰にメールしたんだ？
アルファルドのメンバーにね。
早っ。
僕が言うのもなんだけど、忘却の神殿のあたりに怪しい
NPCs from the Forgotten Temple. Right. I'm with you. Alrighty then. Alright. Investigate the suspicious NPCs at the Forgotten Temple. Now, I am glad that I actually chose to, actually, wait, field. We'll do it from the Forgotten Table on the outside, yeah. So yeah, if we approach it from the outside, I think there's another cutscene that triggers, like, on the way. I just don't want to miss any, because I know you can, like, bypass cutscenes if you, like, travel, Anyway, first things first, actually, let's just clear around some of these enemies, just because they're probably going to be a bit bothersome. And because it's the DLC in New Game Plus and on Extreme Mode, I'm going to be getting hit a lot. Like, a lot. Dead. Okay, all the crystal guys up there. Brrr. Ha ha, double machine guns go brrr. And there we go. Oh, there's still that bozo down there. Okay, there we go. So let's see now. Does it trigger outside, or is it like only triggered when you go inside the dungeon? I wouldn't be surprised if it was only inside. Okay, so it triggers when you go inside. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. Good. Just making sure I get all the footage I need. Don't want to miss anything. I don't know why I hum when I'm bored, but I just do. On temple. So yeah, I think we're supposed to wait. First things first, I go through the frontmost door. These guys are pretty high leveled, all things considered, so I should be a bit more on the cautious side, because they're probably going to hit me really hard. Actually, these guys aren't so bad. Compared to the guys outside, who I think the people outside were higher. They were like level, like... Actually, what level were they? I don't know. Well, whatever, we'll manage. My double optical shotguns have covered me this far. Right. No treasures here. Fair enough. Right, I believe there is a... Yeah, you have to go in there before you go in there. Alright, fair enough. And there's a bunch of enemies in here. I should probably use the doorway to my advantage. Reactivate Human Fortress while I'm at it, too. Destroy the drones. Honestly, God, my double shotguns are really carrying. Like, the enemies, even though I'm not, like, I'm playing much more recklessly and I'm still winning. I get it, I'm over-leveled and I'm on New Game Plus and on Extreme Mode, but, I actually thought this would be a lot harder. But it seems to be, not really too different from when I was playing on normal. I mean, then again, this is the first DLC, so it's probably not going to be, like, too hard. Just sort of a little surprising is all. And voila! The door is open. And now... Oh yeah, one of the few sections where you're actually, they actually make you grapple. That's another thing. The dungeons don't really, like, do much differently until way later on. Keep in mind, this is DLC 1, which, you know, in terms of the gameplay, is meant to be played after the base game ending. But, dungeon gimmicks weren't really, like, a thing before this. Like, maybe there was a couple, maybe there was a monster that would chase you around, you had to press switches, or, you know, you had to, like, you know, find, you know, you had to go through, like, a bridge with landmines on it, and, like, and that's okay, but, like, that's a little basic. Especially for most of the main game. The DLC actually giving some of the dungeons gimmicks and more, unique enemy encounters is definitely much more of what I was expecting. But again, like I've been saying for a couple other things in this game, it creates the, where was this earlier mentality? And that's not particularly a good thing to be thinking. Like, if you could do it then, like, I don't know. I'm just glad the DLC is here at all. I'm glad that it's here at all. It really makes this game feel more like, for the lack of a better term, complete. You know, Fatal Bullet Complete Edition. Ha. So, there we go. Might fast a smile. They're not so bad. I think there's a bunch of guys up there who'll drop down. The trick is to kill them as they come. because if they gank ya, it gets a little bothersome. I mean, that probably goes for most shooters, you know, strength in numbers. You obviously want to defeat the enemies before they overwhelm you, so honestly, that doesn't even just apply to shooters. That probably just applies to games with combat in general. Ah, treasure chest! It's been a while since I've said that. It's not quite God of War, but, you know, I won't turn down the opportunity to crack one of my one-liners if the chance presents itself. Oh yeah, also, fun fact. The boss at the end of this DLC is actually inspiration for the design of the final boss of the base game. Yep, the imposter Arphasis units who take the appearance of other player characters. I actually kind of like this idea, believe it or not.
はじめまして。もしかして。
マスターマスター大変だ。いつきとクラハが2人いる。
こういうゲームって初めて。
みんなで力を合わせれば。
おーい。
銃の音にはまだ慣れないけど。でも
仲間と力を合わせてボスを倒すと。
ダメだ。
これ多分 NPC よね。例のエネミーアファシス。でもなんでレイちゃんじゃ。
僕は強くなって君の。
これはつまりアファシスが私。それにしても自分。
違う。あれは僕。
そうなのか。
ソード系はエネミーに近づかないといけないから。私のソード系が苦手。
この世界で一番大事なのは。
Yeah, and again, Itsuki's reaction is really fascinating because it probably should come as no surprise to anyone who's actually reading the text. Sorry if I'm going a little fast through it. The Arphasis unit imposter copies are actually acting like the players in their past. So we get to see what Kuroha was like when she first joined, and Itsuki before he became a big pro player. It's actually a kind of clever way to get inside of characters' heads without, like, a flashback or whatever. We have the game basically show it to us. And it also is an interesting way that we get to fight these characters without them just, like, turning on us for dumb, stupid reasons in the story. Foreshadowing, by the way. Yeah. And this functions a lot like the enemy, not the regular enemy, the other player unit battles. And it's pretty good too because they have enhanced stats, their own unique weapons. But as you can see, my double shotguns are just carrying me that much. But I do like it since they build these arenas in ways that feel ideal for gunfights. You know, there's cover. They, you know, use their own skills like placing mines, throwing grenades, and you'll fight more of them as you go on. Like, I really like this idea of Arphasis units that take the appearance and moves of your other party members. I actually really like that. It's nothing like revolutionary, but it is neat. See, and the Itsuki one actually survives. And Itsuki is just so noticeably he's really bothered by what he's seeing in his Arphasis unit copy. I really like it how it shows how insecure he is about the person he used to be. That's actually kind of neat. I gotta trigger this thing. There we go. Hold up, I gotta make sure there's no treasure chest in here. Yeah, there's no hidden treasure chest. They weren't being cheeky. Okay. Teleporter! Alright. And the door opens up there. That's good. Alrighty. And here. There we go. And this is actually a good thing about this dungeon, actually, is thanks to that, we don't have to worry about fast travel points and all that, because this dungeon has like a corridor that sends you back to, and there's different routes that open up. So you only need to fast travel to like the entrance of the dungeon in order to make the most of it, because all the rooms are like right there. Again, the dungeon design really does improve as it goes on. Oh god. Okay, thank you. Get me out of here first off. I really underestimated these light fastest miles. Turn on power form, human fortress, healing field shot. Oh god, I'm the only one alive. I'm the only one alive. Oh god. Oh god. Shoot at the wall. I can heal myself. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Oh my gosh. Gotta be really careful here to not get overwhelmed by their surprisingly high damage. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Run away! Run! Run like the wind! Okay, hopefully they don't follow me in here. Oh god. They do. Ah! Yeah! Ah! They... Oh! Yeah. Well, I gotta level up at least. Whatever. Okay, well, I'm actually having to try now, because on other difficulties, I would just be able to just steamroll this. So at least I'm actually having to try now. I mean, I'm okay with that. It's not that bad. I actually have to play the game they want me to play. And who knows? I gotta check my inventory to make sure I'm not, yeah, items, make sure I'm not overweight. Oh no, I got plenty of room. I got plenty of room. Alright, get back in there. Oh, wait. That's giving me some, arena grinding PTSD from, from Fire Emblem 7. If you see my YouTube channel, you would know the phrase, get back in there, was used a lot for the arena grinding. Like, I'm talking like at least 2 hours of it. Yeah, if you were watching that stream, it was probably not fun to see me grind for EXP for an obscene amount of time. Anyways, we shall presume. I remember DLC packs 1 through 3 are pretty short. Like, honestly, most of these DLC packs could probably even just be their own streams. The only exception being the 4th one, which is noticeably longer. The 4th DLC pack is actually really long. I'm glad it is, but yeah, definitely surprised me a little. Oh, thank you for the healing field shot. I'll take that. I should really be using the Granada. I'm stupid. I gotta be using the Granadas more. Okay. These light fastest miles actually are, they can hit pretty hard, and in groups they can definitely overwhelm you. Good news is I'm not too worried about them, because as long as I can whittle them down quickly and my party members don't do stupid things, shouldn't be too bad. Alright, where is Kurha? Yeah, healing field shot. There we go. Kurha, did you step into it? You didn't, even though that was meant to heal you, because you're low on health. Big dummy. Dead. Yeah, this twin optical shotgun, bro, it is so good. I'm so glad I invested overclock chips and all my upgrades into it, because dual wielding this thing is really powerful, as you can see. Because it does more damage to mech units, which make up about, like, I want to say, like, 95% of the enemy units. Like, most of the tough enemies are the mechas. So as long as you, like, have damage versus mechas up on it, you'll be doing a lot more damage, in addition to, like, weapon attack up, memory chips, and all that. Alright, and then pew, 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 pew. Alright. Good news, I don't have to worry about them. They don't even hit that hard. Alright. Now we gotta grapple from point to point. Yeah, I really do like how the dungeons in this game, like, look, okay, I don't like it how it takes them until the DLC, and, like, really, really late into, like, the main game to give dungeons their own unique gimmicks. Like, I'm okay with some of the earlier dungeons being, you know, just, you know, room after room with enemy encounters, maybe, like, a switch or two you have to find. but like most of the dungeons early game are pretty mundane, honestly. On top of having this sort of samey parking garage like design to them, dungeons like here in the SBC Flugo are much better since there's actual memorable like parts to them. Like there are things. Okay, it's nothing mind blowing. It's not like, oh yeah, this is the coolest set piece ever or anything. But it's definitely something you can point to and say, oh yeah, I remember this was there. So you have an idea of what I mean by that, I assume. Anyone who's watching this, anyways. Okay, before I go to that, let's check the other room just because I want to be doubly sure we're going the right way. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God, there's two of them! Oh, God! The good news is I have Human Fortress, and I can get behind them and hit their glowing weak spot backs. Once you stagger them, they're not so bad. But it definitely is something you got to be careful for because, you know, your auto lock-on can actually kind of interfere a bit with the actual hitting of that spot. And there's a bit of lag because I'm streaming. Wait, there's three of them! But every time I hear problems in early dungeons, well, yeah, it's like, I wouldn't say it's, like, problematic. It's just, it's like, I feel like the dungeon design, they didn't really know how to design the dungeons until way later in the game. And even then, the set pieces for a lot of the dungeons are kind of basic. Like, even during some of the later dungeons, and I mean the DLC dungeons, which are some of the better ones, it takes them until DLC Pack 4 to have a simple Switch memorization puzzle, which, like, in a Zelda game or something, would probably be within the first dungeon. Like, I'm glad that it improved at all, but yeah, the dungeon design is, like, nothing too revolutionary. I will say, though, the enemy encounters usually are fine. And again, it's a shooter game, so I'm glad they got that right. But, how long have you been talking about early dungeons? Stream's been going on for 42 minutes, so I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes of that, maybe? I'm just going off of my rough calculations here. I'm gonna grab this here. Alright, so the yellow icon is here. This is gonna be the next part of the cutscene. Alrighty.
やっと合流できたわ。ゼリスカさん。
君か。
あらあら。いつにも一体何があったの？
君には関係の。
さっき例のアファ。あら。
いつきがメールを出したら
へえ。それでその
エネミーはいつきとクレハ
私もいつきさんも特に私にそっくりなアファシスは言ってる昔のプレイいつき。
僕の方は全く似てなかった。
あらそうなの？
もういいかな。僕に似た外見な。
そんなに焦らないでちょうだい。クレハちゃん、私協力者。ええ、さっき調査を頼んだのよ。
Hey, guy from Phantom Bullet. So you'll recognize this guy from Phantom Bullet.
張り切りすぎよ。
Also guy from Phantom Bullet as well. You know, I kind of like it that they actually found little ways to use some of the extended cast. It's nothing mind-blowing. Heck, it's actually pretty in line with how SAO uses its side cast. But I'm glad they used them at all, to be fair.
クレハ知り合い
知り合いというかみんな BOB つまり私たち
公式アナウンス前のイベント別に誰かを出し抜くなあかっこつけて
出し抜くとか強化とかマスケティア X
普通に可愛い
こっちの方がよりは
そろそろ本題。そうだったな。
プレイヤーをコピーしたアファシスね。
クレハちゃんの話
しかし
多分可能よシステム側過去データの再現そうねセリさあ全部ぶっ飛ばしてやるわこうして自分のセリフただこれで確信したわ
じゃあやっぱりさっきのいつきもクレハも
だから僕の言動は全然。
さすがにそれは
何が苦しい。
おいおいいつきよ、そうムキになんなって。確かにそう
安全で必勝
Fight time! Here we go. Oh, or not. I think it gets cutscene, maybe. Maybe.
知性は波の NPC レベルみたいね
おいゼリスカ、何ぼーっとしてるんだ。
問題ないわこの距離なら調子しすべし
Ah.
ステータス相手ならファンタスティックありがとう。ただ
優先度はそっちが上か。
当たり前よ。だって
どうかしたのか？
もしあれ
Finally putting that programmer knowledge to good use, Zeliska. God, it took you until the DLC to do it. Chronologically. How many times am I going to have to explain that? God, I should just shut my trap and play the game as it's supposed to be played.
それじゃあ私も一度戻っあれセリスエネミーアファシスがデイジーちゃんも待たせみんなはいつきのコピー探し
だから
いつきまこう
行こうか。
Yeah. But the boss of this dungeon actually would be the inspiration for the final boss of the base game. And because it comes chronologically before the finale of the base game, we actually get to see where the final boss monster got its design from. And I think that's kind of neat. Although, ironically, the boss monster here is, ironically, a better fight than the final boss, because the final boss is so laughably easy, and honestly, not even that good, that it makes this fight here look like... It's so weird to me. Like, I know this game had a really big problem with recycling enemies and bosses. By the time the DLC came around on top of hang out for the next few minutes, gotta go back to CCS, that's fair. Alright. I think I should be done with this dungeon, let alone DLC pack, within that time. Assuming I don't die to the boss a lot. I remember the boss gave me a bit of trouble my first time, because I actually didn't know the boss had a way to heal itself. So I kept doing a bunch of damage to it, but could I get up, please? Oh my god. They literally did my super fist of the Quint strat, where I stun someone and then headshot them over and over and over as they're stunned. Good god. These people really are trying to copy us. Okay, I know those aren't, like, actually the NPCs, Arphasis unit copy things. It's just basic enemies. But it's really funny, because that's the strategy I've been using a lot, where I use Electrodynamic Stunner, or the stun status effect, followed by, headshotting over and over and over on my enemy stun. Like, it is a very reliable strategy. I'm not joking. Should be using more of my gadgets, actually. Ow. And I don't have Human Fortress equipped. I'm stupid. Or, activated, not equipped. I have it equipped, I just keep forgetting to use it. Defense boost and not staggering? Yes, please. And really, who would not want that? You can never not have enough defense. There's a lot of enemies here. You know what? I'm going to want to back off, actually, I think. Yes, I most definitely will. Can someone please revive me? I could really use it. Thank you. Okay, God, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Help! Okay, well, that works. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see if we can get the enemies to come to us. I'll use this time to heal myself up by shooting a wall, and then taking the healing sphere of whatever. Shoot the crystal up there. And Quint. Hello, Kadashiki. Yeah, what's up? Ow! Pew, pew, pew. Above that post. Wait, weren't you saying something? Wait, what was I saying? What was I saying, actually? God, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, what was I saying? I have no idea at this point, though. It'll come back to me. I think I was probably talking about, oh, I know what it was. It was boss design. That's what it was. I was talking about how the boss at the end of this dungeon would be the inspiration for the final boss monster of the game. Yet I found the boss monster here to be better than the actual final boss. I mean, I get why DLC was developed afterwards. But it's really funny how this game sort of struggled with boss design until the DLC. And I don't think the bosses themselves are bad fights. The problem is there's just a lot of, like, reusing certain enemy types with boss health bars. Like those giant mecha stomping guys. They had, like, reused the flying robot guys as well. the scissor mutant crab claw guys. They had reused them a lot, and while some of them had different attacks like poison breaths, AoEs, lasers, whatever, I really feel like the game needed to have more unique encounters, like the humanoid players or the DLC boss monsters, which actually add new things to the table. Again, I'm glad they're there at all, but again, I really wish it was there earlier in the game. And the DLC, honestly, having a shockingly good lack of latency for the stream, I wonder why. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, like, the thing with Fatal Bullet is that, like, I really do think treating the DLC like it's part of the main game should be required. I just wish the DLC was overworked into main story quests. Because remember, you have to go into the menus to, start the DLC quest. It's not something that triggers through the course of the story. And the DLC is considered canon to the game narrative. So, yeah, I don't think I'm alone in when I say that this game most definitely considers the DLC as part of the intended story. Like, as soon as I talk, I get heard, which almost never happens. It might be because it's on Twitch. Usually because I'm on YouTube. YouTube has a bit of lag. But here, it seems like on Twitch things are a little better. That might be because Twitch is not like... Okay, wait, was this happening on other Twitch streams? Because if it was, then what I just said is completely invalid, but, yeah. Ow! God, I'm getting way too reckless for my own good. Okay, can someone please revive me? It'd be really embarrassing to die here. Yeah, even more so, TBH. Enough? Oh god! Itsuki! Please! Revive Itsuki! Oh god, he's dead. He's so dead. Itsuki, I could really... Oh god, Itsuki, please! Please! Stay alive! No, he's dead. He's so dead. Yeah! Okay, well, I made progress. Whatever. I made progress. Could always just go back in there and start from that door. Whatever. It's fine. We'll make it work. Ah! A swift drink there. I'm gonna have to refill it. Internet signals suck. Yeah, honestly, God, my router is by Xfinity, and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship. No, wait, not a love-hate. What am I saying? Xfinity, you are Del Monte dead to me. Anyways, we'll rant about the terrible service Xfinity did later. Love. No. I rescind my claim that I had a love-hate relationship with Xfinity, because that would imply I even liked them to begin with. Spoiler alert, I don't. I don't trust any company unless there's someone that, like, genuinely impresses me, which is a lot rarer than it sounds, by the way. God, I died. God, I'm getting way too overzealous. Way too overzealous. Shit. Also, what's with the name? Lol. Arphasis, that's the name of that's the default name for your Arphasis unit. Or Ray. Again, I'm just defaulting it because, for the footage of my inevitable review. Okay, so maybe the machine guns will do me a little better. So far, actually, the machine guns seem to be working a little better. I can take out the crystals from here, at least. No, I mean for your internet service. Oh, Xfinity. Yeah, that's the name of them, Xfinity. You haven't heard of them? Well, actually, then again, they are an American company, and you're not from America, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, this blocker crystal is really, really taking a couple dozen ammo clips to kill. The same reason behind that name. I don't know, actually. I'll have to look up what does the name Xfinity, like, mean. I'll have to look that up. I am actually very curious now that you mentioned that. I never really stopped to think about it now that I think about it. That's a weird way of saying it, but okay. Grenado! Hopefully it doesn't go into the pit. Yep, it exploded, and shoot. Okay, hold up. Let's back off a little for now. Accidentally said same what? Right, healing field. Thank you. I use this time to reapply my buffs. Human Fortress, Power Form. Out there, Breaker, Fastest Smile. Oh yeah, those guys have Gatling guns. That's probably why I took a lot of damage on top of all the crystals and whatnot, because Gatling guns are very fast. They hit hard, but they can overheat. Actually, there are some skills that use the heat of the Gatling gun to its advantage. So even though you might think Gatling guns aren't very viable, honestly, I think there's more of a use for Gatling guns than there are snipers. Because I've made it no secret that in my previous streams, you were there, Katashiki, by the way, but I don't really think snipers are that good in this game. Move to the boss arena. All right. Also, wait, hold on. Okay, I gotta say right now, I'll give credit to the game. Is the game good? I think it is looking good. Something wonderful. But honestly, I think you will enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it. Just be ready to grind a lot. And also, and I know I keep saying this in the video, but please, and I emphasize, please make absolutely sure you do the DLC. The game really treats the DLC like it's meant to be part of the story, and it is. So yeah, if you buy Fatal Bullets, you gotta commit. This right here is the boss monster, the Elemental Wizard. And honestly, okay, I gotta say now, I really like how they give some of these boss monsters introduction cutscenes. Not all of them have that. And this is a pretty cool looking thing, a giant floating mechanical elemental magic casting machine. This is actually a pretty cool looking monster, if I'm being honest. So as you can see, yeah, it has, a fireball attack it uses. You can stagger it. He's honestly not too bad. He's the first of the DLC bosses. He can summon those crystals, which can spawn poison clouds. And another version of him, more on that in a second, can summon healing crystals that encourage you to take those out first. It's actually a decent boss where you have to take out the crystals before they can inflict poison or heal it. Aim at the boss, keep away from as many ranged attacks, such as the fireballs and AoE fire shield thing. He has a lightning storm he also uses. I'm hoping he actually uses them. Yeah, I'm hoping he actually uses them because I want to get footage of him doing it. So I'll let my party members see it. See, this is the lightning attack right here. So he has plenty of attacks that require you, to be on your toes. It's actually one of the better bosses in the game. And every time, and he's going to summon the crystals whenever he does the roar and the wind box comes out. So it's not like because something that really threw me off when I fought this guy for the first time was I thought that the position of the crystals that were spawned was randomized. They actually aren't. They're in the 4 directions of the room except the back. And the healing crystal is always on the vertical wall. So as long as you have yourself facing the vertical wall, you can hit the healing crystal before it can heal him. And the Grim Crystals honestly aren't that bad. I probably honestly shouldn't try and bother killing them because, I can tank poison at this part of the game. And yeah, this version doesn't summon the healing crystals. But again, more on that in a little bit. And what's really funny is it actually almost sort of redeems what I said earlier about the game having a bit of a reusing bosses problem. Since the DLC bosses, you may have noticed in the previous room, there was 2 teleporters. The other teleporter gives you a harder version of the Elemental Wizard boss. And what's really cool is that not only does it drop exclusive materials and it has a stronger moveset, but it also drops better items. And they do this for all of the DLC bosses, where there is 2 versions of them. And it not only because these are some of the better fights in the game are they actually fun, but they're actually good grinding spots if you want specific materials. And on top of that, the bosses followed up with a rematch with Itsuki's Arphasis unit. So yeah, this is actually a good dungeon, all things considered. And again, I really like Itsuki. It's such a shame what they do with him later on in the game. I will most definitely make a reaction. I obviously can't replicate my genuine first reaction I had when I got to the moment where Itsuki just like, God, I genuinely like Itsuki. It was such a breath of fresh air to have a male character in SAO who wasn't a side or villain. And something they did with Itsuki just, God, it pissed me off. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But I do really like this part of the story, not only for Itsuki, but for everyone else. Fighting your Arphasis clones that represented the past versions of yourself is a really cool idea. And again, this is actually a decent fight. I can absolutely cheese it because, again, I have an overpowered weapon. But, the arena feels like it's well designed. That's a good line, by the way, the absurd one. It really is. There is such an absurd moment in the late game with Itsuki. The base game, I might add, that just, it just made me shake my head. I was like, guys, you had written a male character in SAO who was likable, who was not, like a villain or a side. Why did you do what you did at the end of the base game with him? Especially when, like, again, it's just, oh my God. Like, I will, in the previous scene. Oh, gotcha, that. I gotcha. And also, something else that's kind of neat. Fighting the Arphasis clones of the party members actually drops their signature weapons. And by the way, you can refight them. Much like every other boss in this game, they do respawn in their rooms, so if you want to farm their weapons or materials, it is possible to refight them. Even outside of the DLC, remember how on the last stream I said I came across the Demon Cave way earlier than it was intended? Like, you can literally enter the second DLC dungeon before you're supposed to, if you find it. Now, all the enemies there are like level 90 something, and they're absurdly overpowered. But I saw like Kirito question mark, or his Arphasis copy clone, and I thought, I'm like, what the hell? And I thought it was just like a post-game boss or something. And I guess the DLC technically is considered post-game of sorts. But I was like, why is this here? Why am I fighting a copy of Kirito? And this DLC pack actually gives story to that. Like, that's kind of neat. Also, the name of the dungeon, Demon Cave, that's a good name for a dungeon. Feels ominous and foreboding as it should. Yeah, and again, you just see how really bothered he is, because he just didn't like himself in the past. And there is a scene with Itsuki, before the absurd moment that I absolutely hate, that actually got a bit of a tear out of me. I'll let you guys know when I see it. It's not going to be in any of these streams, because it's back in the base game, but whatever. You weren't kidding. They're really some guy. Yeah, it's like, I do really like this guy. There's like, it's like, again, like Kirito, Yujiro, and Kikuoka, we actually have a male character in SAO who is not a side or a villain. And like, Itsuki is a character who's likable, he's cool, he seems like a very chill guy, even though he sort of has, a bit of a trust thing with his friends. I really do like the lad. And I think with that, we've completed the DLC quest, I believe. Or the first pack, anyways. It's split into 3 parts.
今日見たコピーたちはみんな楽ちょっともうアスナセリスコさんやイツキさんそれに クレハ、ツリ、ユイ、ツリスカには、
セリスカさんにそういっ
スコードロンが同じだったということなの？
もしかしてプレイヤー歴
なるほど。
残念ねクレハ。そんな。そうね。条件が分かったから少しほっとしたわ。
俺もダメか。
言うと思った。
なあマスター、何か忘れてるような。
何？どんなこと？
前にここで話したような。
それってレイちゃん。
あ、そうだ。そういえばそもそもの話はエネミーアファシスたちのせいですっかり忘れてた。すまん、俺。
私もごめん。
大丈夫だ。でもよく思い出した。
そうね。プレイヤーをコピーする
キーになってるのがアファシスなのは間違いなく。
何かレイちゃんの姿でなければできないことがある。みんな大変よ。
セリスカ、
まずいことになってるの。まずいこと？キリト君やアスナちゃんをコピーしたエネミー。
Find out what happens next. Okay, and with that, we have completed the first portion of the Imposter Invasion DLC arc. Yeah, so like I said before, the Imposter Invasion arc is divided into 3 packs. I don't know why they didn't do what they did with the 4th DLC pack, because the 4th DLC pack feels like an entire quest altogether. Like, as you can see, this DLC quest only took me like an hour, whereas the 4th DLC quest took me like 4. So if you combine DLC packs 1 through 3, which, by the way, are all interconnected, you basically have 3 DLC packs. Or 3 major DLC packs, because DLC packs 1 through 3 are like, they might as well just be mashed together. But yeah, and as far as story goes, like, this is where it kind of starts to pick up, if you ask me. Again, chronologically, I know it's so goddamn confusing. I don't know why they didn't integrate this into the main story as, like, a mandatory quest or whatever. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, save the game. And with that, I think this is a good stopping point for this stream. I will obviously do the next DLC packs, get back to the main story, the 4th DLC pack, and then finally the true ending, which is the 5th DLC pack. And, yeah. Anything else you want to say before I skedaddle? Looks like you're ending anyways. Yeah. Yeah, good timing, right? You know, because there's no point in me doing the second one now. Might as well save that for a whole other stream. Alrighty then. I'm Quint866. Have a good one. Thank you, Felka. Thank you, Katashiki. And looking forward to next time. Bye-bye!